Good evening. This is News.PH, but it's not politics as usual. I'm Pia Ontiveros. Our guest tonight, Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Good evening, Senator Estrada.
Good
Thanks for
evening,
being
Pia,
here.
and to all televiewers, good evening.
Yeah, busy night tonight.
Yes, I have 3 parties to attend to.
Abot ka pa ba?
Abot pa naman.
Saan? Pero within Metro
Yes,
Manila,
within
no?
Metro Manila.
Okay. Well, it's a good time to be here for you because it's the first anniversary of the impeachment trial, at least the start, ano? I wanted to ask you, when you were preparing for the trial, naisip mo ba, were you thinking of your own father's impeachment trial?
Yes, I was comparing. No, this is after the impeachment trial. I was comparing the impeachment trial of the Chief Justice compared to the impeachment trial of my father before. Medyo talagang very contrasting. Malayo yung noong araw at saka ngayon. Maybe it's because the presiding officer, our presiding officer right now is the Senate President, who is really very, very fair and impartial.
Yeah, that nanigurado siya na talagang matatapos. Ano?
Yes.
Naalala ko yung araw no, yung nag-walkout ba? Or lumabas si CJ, no? Pinabalik niya.
Yes,
at, pinalockdown niya ang Senado.
He ordered all gates of the Senate to be closed.
Okay. Historic, ha? Ano kaya kung yun ang nangyari nung January 2001?
Mahina yung presiding officer nung araw.
Sino ba yun? Anyway, well, what was your best memory of the trial? Do you have one?
Well, actually, before the impeachment trial, I was just reading the articles of impeachment. And I never had any background. I was not a veteran senator I was not a senator judge during the impeachment trial of my father. So I had to somehow be briefed by my lawyers. Actually, modesty aside, I did not study. I just watched the proceedings and listened to the proceedings intently. And afterwards, I managed to ask questions on my own.
You're not a lawyer, hindi ba?
No, I'm not.
But you took
I
law.
took up 4 years of law.
4 years of law. So ang kulang na lang, bar?
1 sem.
One sem?
Yes, 1 semester.
Where? Saan kayo nag...
Lyceum.
Why did you take law?
Why did I take law?
Yeah, was that what you wanted to do, or your
Because it was my father who told me to take up law, because my father was a frustrated lawyer.
Oh, really?
And then, you know, actually I didn't want to take up law, but because of the insistence of my father, when I was still vice mayor, he told me, wala ka namang ginagawa, mag-aaral ka ng law. I want you to finish and take the bar and become a lawyer.
So, ba't hindi mo tinapos? Kung
Because I ran for mayor. 4 years after, I ran for mayor.
Yeah, oo.
So,
Pwede pang tapusin?
Pwede pa. Nakahanap ko ng butas para hindi natapusin ng...
You will? You will?
No. Nakahanap ako ng butas before.
Before?
Na hindi ko tapusin yung aking law because I ran for mayor.
Dahil tumakbo kang mayor. But would you like... I mean, you know why I ask this? Because watching you during the impeachment trial and many other Senate hearings, parang ang galing mo magtanong eh. Grabe ka magtanong.
Siguro na-apply ko rin yung mga pinag-aralan ko before. 4 years din yun. But that was way back 1988. That was 25 or 24 years ago when I first entered the College of Law. Medyo nakalimutan ko na rin yung mga iba.
Talaga. And you have no intention?
I have plans of finishing it, but not taking the bar. Kasi,
why not? If you're going to finish it, why don't you take the bar
Siyempre,
now?
I still have work in the Senate.
Pero,
If you take the bar, it requires you to have time to really review and study. 24 years ago pa ako kumuha ng law. Siyempre, nakalimutan ko na lahat yun.
Okay. Well, going back to the trial, the impeachment trial, and how what was so difficult about your vote to convict Renato Corona on Article 2?
First of all, the evidence against Chief Justice Corona was quite glaring. Although it can happen to all of us. It can happen to all public officials. Kasi yung sa SALN, lahat naman ng mga SALN ng mga public officials, almost all of the SALN of all public officials, hindi naman talaga accurate yan eh. Merong iba tinataasan, meron iba binababaan. Alam mo yun? Hindi naman talaga accurate lahat yan. Kaya lang, siguro yung kay Chief Justice, hindi niya talaga dineclare lahat. yung kanyang properties
Yeah.
at yung laman ng bangko.
Okay, okay. But you were medyo dilemma para sa'yo, no? Yung
Yeah, it was
how you were, even, I mean, it was evident in your speech, no? When you explained your
it
vote.
was really a tough decision for me to convict Chief Justice Corona.
Why? Can you tell
Well,
us?
first of all, mabait, no? I have met him in different occasions. At talagang, he was naman sincere as a Chief Justice. I can see naman eh. Kaya lang, based on the evidence presented in the impeachment court, I really had the courage. I really had to stand by my decision to convict him.
Did your father,
Although very difficult.
did your father have anything to do with your decision? Did you talk about it?
Yes, I informed him about my decision. Sabi niya, what can I do?
He didn't want you to convict
No, no,
him?
no, no.
Or parang wala siyang...
Wala, he was very supportive naman of me. As always.
Yes, as always. We'll get to that in a little while when I
Okay.
ask you about... Never mind, mamaya na. Let's talk first about Senate President Juan Ponce Enrile. There are three of you who've always been closely identified with him. Ikaw, si Senator Greg Onasan,
Senator Soto.
Tito Soto, and of course, you know...
You're tagged as the macho black in the Senate.
Bakit macho?
Lahat kami macho.
I was about to say like how. Never mind, don't answer the question. But you also were quoted as saying, I'll go down with him.
Yes.
Why?
You know, I've been a loyal soldier of the Senate President, and I consider him as my second father, and I also consider him as my mentor in the Senate. That's why wherever he goes, I will go. If he will be ousted as Senate President, I think I will also have to resign as Senate President pro tem.
But at the moment, they don't have the votes, right?
I don't
Whoever
think
it
they-
is who
I don't
wants
think
it.
they will have they have the votes right now to oust the Senate.
What about after the 2013 elections? Will
That's
that
a different
change?
story. Magkakaroon ng ibang composition ng Senate. But right now, I am very confident that the candidates of the UNA lineup majority of the candidates might win in this coming elections. So I think and I do hope that the Senate President Rile will still be the Senate President come the 16th Congress.
Is all that talk about a coup to unseat him just that talk lang yon
wala.
or ano ba talaga?
Wala, chismis lang yun. Kasi
Chismis
pagka nabulgar sa media, wala na naman.
Walang element of surprise.
Walang element of surprise.
This latest issue, 1.6 million peso Christmas gift for each of the senators, 18, no? 18 senators. Why did you call on the 4 LP senators to take a stand?
Because they were conspicuously silent during that issue. I was in the United States when that issue came out. I was asking for the reaction of other senators who reacted already, who defended the Senate President, who criticized the Senate President. And I think a majority of the senators has already gave their respective statements. But I was just surprised why the LP senators did not even give any statement. Baka sooner or later siguro bibigyan na
But what is your theory?
kanilang
Kung
statement.
ba't ayaw nila magsalita?
Because this has been a practice and tradition of the Senate. No? This is not a Christmas gift coming from the Senate President. Even when I first sat down as a senator in 2004, even Senator Drilon, who was then the Senate President, also gave the senators
Year-end MOE.
year-end
Magkano nun?
MOE.
Magkano?
I cannot remember.
More than $1 million each?
I think so.
Yeah?
Even
Okay.
when the time of Senate President Manny Villar, nagbibigay na yun. And I suppose even all the previous Senate presidents, ganun din. It has been a practice and tradition in the
Yeah. Pero
Senate.
dapat bang palitan yun? Because, you know, people are saying, what MOE?
Hindi,
End of the year
pera
na.
lang. I mean, that are the funds of the Senate President. And the Senate President has the sole discretion of how to use the funds.
So how did you use that 1.6 million?
I spent it for the nag-gift giving ako dun sa victims ng typhoon. No? Tapos yung mga sa nasunugan sa San Juan. Ang daming isang barangay na sunog dun sa San Juan. Nagbigay tayo ng konting tulong.
Okay. With the elections, there should be 12 winning candidates for the Senate. Pero ngayon 23 kasi, di ba? Dahil noong 2010,
Yes.
nawala nga si
President Aquino.
Oo. Should there be 12 or 13 or ano bang?
No, 12. Right now,
12 pa rin.
Oo.
Okay.
Kasi yung 12 matitira ngayon eh. So, another 12. But si Senator Miriam, I think he's due to assume her post as international judge dun sa ICJ.
International Court of Justice.
Yes, pero hindi pa siya pinapatawag. Siguro pagka pinatawag siya, magiging 23 ulit kami. But right
Ba't
now,
kayo nakangiti?
24.
Galit na galit siya kaninang umaga.
I wasn't able to watch the interview of Senator Miriam, but I don't have any idea of what she said.
Good answer. Safe answer. We're taking a short break. Senator Jinggoy Estrada is our guest tonight. News.PH will be right back. Stay with us. Watching News.PH on the Solar News Channel. I'm Pio Ontiveros, our guest, Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Napaka-interesting pag naka-off cam tayo, off the air. Ang daming nasasabi. So, let's talk about your half-brother, JV. Natatawan na kayo.
Huh?
si JV.
There's nothing to talk about.
There's nothing to aray ko. Parang that's loaded.
No.
Well, okay. Well, I wanted to. Well, it's more an observation. You've never really quite gotten along with him.
Maybe because of the circumstances.
What another safe answer.
But I was trying to reach out to all my siblings. Whether, of course, I'm closer to my siblings, si Jackie and Jude. But I'm trying to reach out to all my siblings. I think we're 12 of us.
I think.
Oo naman.
Okay.
No, because nung birthday ng father ko last year, no April, kinonta ko isa-isa eh. At nag-asalto kami sa daddy ko. And I remember we were 12 all in all.
Okay. So parang ikaw ang pinakakuya.
Being the eldest.
Being the eldest.
In the family.
But si JV, ano ba nangyari? Was that this November or December? He was out of town, may sinasabi
Yes,
siya?
I think he was quoted in one of the local newspapers in Cebu or in Bacolod. I think it was in Bacolod. That he's going to bring the sibling rivalry in the Senate, which of course offended me. I was not saying
You weren't
anything.
exactly
I was
pleased,
just I kept my silence. But when I read that piece of clippings as a newspaper, I really felt offended. Why bring the rivalry in the Senate? Bakit mo expose pa yung away namin sa Senado? It wouldn't look good for us and for our family.
Yeah. Wait a minute, when you say why bring the rivalry to the Senate, so there is a
Yeah, I must
rivalry
admit,
between the two.
there
I
is,
mean,
or there was.
There was. Past tense na pala. Was. Bakit was? Dahil kinausap kayo ng tatay
Well,
mo?
my father immediately called me and called him to have a dinner together, only the three of us in San Juan. And naglabasa kami ng sama ng loob.
Talaga?
But I
Anong
will
nangyari
not
doon?
divulge it anymore.
It's okay. It's just like what?
Huh?
What did you tell him off? Did you say wag mong uulitin yan? Yung mga ganun, meron ka
Hindi
ba?
naman, it was just actually my father was just listening intently to what we were saying to each other.
Okay. So parang nag-dialogue kayo, ganon?
Well, sinabi ko yung mga supposedly yung mga kamalian niya, alleged kamalian niya. Sinabi rin niya sa akin yung mga sama na loob niya sa akin. So, yun lang.
Yun lang, that smile on your face. So you reconciled? Ganun ba yan?
Well,
Or you're just putting it behind you?
alam mo, Pia, from the very start, I am a sincere person. I do not want to have any quarrels with my siblings. If they want to quarrel with me, it's up to them.
But
But
what?
being the eldest in the family, I think I have my responsibility to take care of them.
Okay. Is it too early for him to be trying his luck at the Senate?
Well,
He's very young, ano? He's like what?
he's 40 plus.
40 plus.
I'm definitely much older.
How old are you?
I'm turning 50 next month.
Talaga? Oh,
Half a
okay.
century na. Pero I
Okay.
don't look like.
Oh, no. Yeah, you don't look like you're turning 50, okay. Pero, so do you think it's too early for him to try some?
Well, he has an experience already being a three-term mayor. I was a three-term mayor also, and he has he is an incumbent congressman right now. I never entered the halls of the House of Representatives. So kahit pa paano, meron na siyang background sa legislature. Unlike me, nung pumasok ako, galing ako sa kulungan eh.
That's a ang ganda ng segue eh.
Galing ako sa kulungan eh.
Okay.
After nung pagka-mayor ko, diretso ako sa kulungan eh.
If he makes it to the Senate in May, are you going to get along? Are you going to get along, kayong dalawa?
Well, hopefully.
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 If you've performed quite well as a senator, what can we expect of JV?
Well, nakatapos naman din siya ng pag-aaral. Ako rin naman, nakapagtapos ako ng pag-aaral.
That's no guarantee, di ba?
Kaya lang sa Ateneo ako nakapagtapos.
Ay. Siya, saan?
Sa Lasal.
Hala ka, pag mamaya may mga gagaalit sa lista.
Both are respected institutions. Ateneo at saka Lasal. And of course, UP.
Does this phrase sometime enter your mind when you think about him? Am I my brother's keeper?
No.
No?
Well, with regard to your question a while ago, how will JV?
What can we expect of JV?
Well,
Given that you have performed quite well as a senator.
siguro pag manalo siya, people might tend to compare us, both of us, the way they compared me and my father when I became mayor. Walang never-ending comparison ang ginawa sa akin tsaka sa daddy ko. Of course, it will be quite unfair for me because my father served San Juan for 17 years. And I was just beginning to serve the people of San Juan. Siguro ganun din mangyayari. And I think it would be unfair for him to be compared to me because I've been a senator for quite some time.
Magandang segue yon when you brought up your comparison to your father because we're going to talk about what you said. Was it last December about what you said or did not say about the vice presidency? You were speaking at a gathering, no?
Yes.
Oo. And then, ang sabi mo raw, your father thinks you're a copycat. No? So, mayor, senator,
No, that was my
best actor. Ano yun?
that was my campaign speech pa 2004. Nirehash ko lang.
For what? For 2016?
No. That was my campaign speech in 2004 when I was first running for senator. Because my father was in jail at that time. Sabi nga ng tatay ko, lagi ko siyang ginagaya. Naging artista siya. Nagkaroon siya ng Best Actor Trophy. Ganon din ako. Nag-mayor siya ng San Juan. Ganon din ako. Pagkatapos siya, nag-senador. Ganon din ako. Nag-senador din ako. Tapos, kinulong siya. Kinulong din ako. Halos pareho yung landas na tinatahak namin. Tapos nagbiro lang ako. Tapos naging vice president siya. Tapos tumawa na lang ako.
Okay. Pero parang hint na lang yon.
Hindi naman hint.
You're just dropping hints about what your possible plans are. I mean, syempre, matunog kasi, di ba? Oh,
lahat naman may
Jinggoy,
ambition
baka pwedeng mag-vice president, di ba? Ni Binay.
Ha? Actually,
May sinabi ka, lahat nag-ambisyon din naman.
lahat naman, hindi naman, wala naman bayad mag-ambisyon. Wala naman bayad managinip eh. Of course, lahat naman ng tao nag-ambisyon sa buhay.
Yeah, okay. So I'm not going to ask you, are you running? Because that's a very difficult question to answer right now. But my question is, do you want to be vice president?
Well,
There's nothing wrong with being honest.
Well, it depends. Of course, that's a dream of every politician, to be the vice president or to become a president one day. But syempre, it's it is still too early to tell right now. There's approximately 3 years to go before my term ends as senator. Let's just cross the bridge when we get there.
Yeah, the safe the safe answer again. But you know, it isn't also too early because ngayon pa lang itong 2013 dapat naghahanda ng mga tao for 2016, hindi ba?
Siguro after elections, after this
Elections.
2013 elections.
Oo. Pero sino pang nababalitaan mo na pwedeng na gusto mo tumakbo for
Marami
vice
dyan
president?
sa mga
Senado, di ba?
senador na gustong o nagbabalak umakyat. Like siguro si Senator Cheese, si Senator Revilla, si Senator Cayetano,
Which Cayetano?
si Alan,
Si Alan.
si Senator Marcos. Lahat yan, syempre, nag-ambisyon din lahat yan.
Okay. But si Vice President George Binay, because we're all presuming that he's going to be the standard bearer for UNA in 2016.
Because of his
parang,
ratings right now, masyado mataas at we have to give it to the Vice President, masyado siya masipag. At saka masyado siya malapit sa masa. At yung kanyang puso ay para sa masang Pilipina.
And you say that with a smile on your face.
Totoo
Was that
naman
the
eh.
campaign
Because
line?
alam mo, I worked with him for 9 years when he was mayor of Makati and when I was mayor of San Juan. Kasabay kami.
Okay. But he's also being careful, no? He's not talking to you, telling you na, oh, ikaw ang
No,
vice
actually,
president. Walang ganun, ano?
walang ganun,
With any-
walang ganun. Walang ganun. Nag-uusap kami tungkol sa mga problema, sa una, ganun, ganun lang.
Okay. But by 2016, of course, you stepped down as senator.
Yes.
If you don't run for vice president 2016, what are you going to do?
Maybe rest for a while. Maybe.
And then?
Maybe try again in the Senate. After 3 years.
After 3 years.
Maybe,
Yeah.
There's
Or
no
go back to
definite
law
plans yet.
school. Cool yan.
Tanda na tayo dyan. Baka wala na ako makuha kliyente.
Ganun. Thank you very much, Senator Jinggoy Estrada. Unless you have some final words, baka meron pa kayong gustong
Wala.
sabihin.
I'm just here willing and able to help our people, especially the poor people.
Okay. Salamat. Thank you very much, Senator Jinggoy
Thank you,
Estrada,
Pia.
for being here. And thank you for watching. We'll see you again next Wednesday. Good night.